Hello and welcome back to our ES6 introduction on freeCodeCamp. This is use export to share a code block. Imagine a file called mathfunctions.js that contains several functions related to mathematical operations. One of them is stored in a variable, add, that takes in two numbers and returns their sum. You want to use this function in several different JavaScript files. In order to share it with these other files, you first need to export it. Here we have export const add, which is given two parameters, and it returns those two parameters added together. The above is a common way to export a single function, but you can achieve the same thing like this. Here we have our same function without the export keyword, but then here we export it. We export our add function. When you export a variable or function, you can import it in another file and use it without having to rewrite the code. You can export multiple things by repeating the first example for each thing you want to export, or by placing them all in the export statement of the second example like this. So we can have multiple functions that we write out, one that is subtract, and it'd be just another function right under there. And then we would export it like this, or we can do same as up here and just do export const subtract and then do our function. There are two string related functions in the editor. Export both of them using the method of your choice. So here same, so we can either do export and then do uppercase string and then do lowercase string, and this would export both these functions. Exports is not defined. I want to say exports. It says using the method of our choice. Let me try to run this. We did pass it. But the other way we can do it, if we don't use that way, we could also do export. So same as how we did here. Let's see if this will work. And it also did work. So I guess the main thing to take from this lesson is we're just learning how to export JavaScript code from one file, and we'll be able to learn how to import it in another file without having to rewrite the code. Knowing both ways is helpful. Sometimes you might not. I think the best way, well, the way I usually do is I write my functions and at the bottom I export them. But it's up to you really, or whatever is best practice wherever you're working at or whatever project you're currently on. Just depends. Just make sure to stay consistent. As long as you're getting that, you guys are understanding these lessons, and I'll see you in the next one.